The monument at one of Jakarta's universities has become a symbol for change and of the sacrifices made 20 years ago. The death of 4 students during protests here is seen as the beginning of the downfall of Soeharto, who ruled Indonesia with an iron fist and has been accused of massive corruption. RIZKY PASARIBU was 19 years old when she was shot in the head with a rubber bullet. Her picture appeared in newspapers the next day.
Many of my friends died that day. They fought for this country, but there hasn't been any change.
Soeharto announced his resignation after thousands of students occupied the parliament. He handed over power to his vice president HABIBIE, who told Al Jazeera he disagreed with Soeharto's decision at the time.
I said, get real. Not that I didn't believe it, but I didn't want to accept it. I protested to Soeharto. Why do you ask me to do this? And he gave me 1001 excuses. He said the problem is we will face a lot of demonstrations. I said, what does that have to do with me?
But students here in Parliament and many others in Indonesia were celebrating his decision as a victory of people power over a strong man that ruled Indonesia for 32 years. The mood was full of hope that change was just around the corner, but many say the reforms they demanded have failed. Although democratic elections and press freedom were introduced, research shows that for many Indonesians life has not improved. Only 43,000 of 260 million Indonesians own 1/4 of the country's wealth. The gap between rich and poor has increased basically in 20 years. There's been a research that says 4 of Indonesia's richest men, they own more than 100 million of Indonesia's poor. That's an extreme difference. Why did the government let that happen?
Ya itulah saya bilang, banyak kebijakan ekonomi.
We need to improve many of our economic policies. One of the demands of the reform movement was to bring down the business conglomerates. This still needs to be done by educating our people, empowering small businesses. We need to improve the balance between our people.
But with many of Soeharto's confidants still in power, RIZKY PASARIBU has doubts the government will push for real change.
If we look at the positive side, we see this all in part of a journey, but this journey of 20 years has been far too long.
A survey released on Sunday shows that 2 decades on, many Indonesians choose Soeharto as Indonesia's best ever president. They point to the stability and security he brought, his human rights record and corruption cases seemingly forgotten by younger generations.